It's not Monday. Very good.
Well, you get all phlegmy.
Oh, I didn't know why you said that. Hi, it's Monday. It's December 3rd. Oh, she got right on that.
I know, because I just happened to look really quick.
Oh, very nice. Hi, December 3rd, Thursday. It's the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club, right here in Levittown, New York. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. We're on govsradio.com. That is the website. You can see our show there. Gov's Comedy Club Radio is the Facebook page, also the name of the YouTube channel, where you can see our show on those sites as well. Coming at you live right now on those three platforms. But if you don't want to watch on a device, you don't want to watch on a computer, you want to sit back on your couch and rub your belly and eat your grits.
We watched
My Cousin Vinny last weekend.
Vinny. Yeah, that's the way that came from.
Then guess what? If you have a smart TV, a Roku, a Fire Stick, an Apple TV, any of those smart things, you can download an app called Boxcast. That's right, Boxcast. Everybody likes a good box. You can download that app, and you can watch all the great Govs radio shows right there on your TV. As our good friends Dr. Ken Pichelle and Dr. Don Sill say, we on TV, y'all! That's right. Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live on govsradio.com. We appreciate all the support. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate you hitting those hearts and those likes. And we appreciate you sharing the show to everywhere you can share it to. Whether it's just copying a link or just sharing it, whatever you can do. We appreciate all that support. It's very much needed and appreciated. We also appreciate your support by going to teespring.com, where you can scroll down on their website, type in Govs Radio on their search bar, and that'll take you to all the great Govs Radio swag. Hats and t-shirts and face masks and mugs, all sorts of cool stuff, all with the Govs Radio logo on it. And also the logos of your favorite shows from Govs Radio. All right there on teespring.com. The money from Teespring goes right back into the studio. We believe all the technology will be done this weekend. The microphones, the telephones, the video screens, all of it we believe will be working again. We will be the guinea pig this coming Monday to see how things are working. It'll probably be a mess because we don't know what we're doing, but Mike does, and he'll be available on the phone if we need him.
Yeah, he believes in us. He said it's like riding a bicycle. You remember as soon as you. I'm like, no, I won't. I won't remember.
Would you like me to sit behind the board on Monday? Because
No.
It's all still here.
No.
Lots of useless information, but also Govs Radio. It's all there. And of course, it goes into the studio. We started redoing the studio, so we'll be decorating and stuff as well. We're also always working hard to bring you quality content, whether it's the great comedians from the club or just even just local guys who are just as talented, just as funny. We're always striving to bring you the content, the quality content that you would expect from Governor's Comedy Club. That's right. So, teespring.com, govsradio.com, govs.com is the club's website. Join that website, join their mailing list. You get all sorts of exclusive information and scheduling and whatnot. Please send us a picture of yourself with your Govs Radio swag. Send it to us on Facebook, and you'll get yourself a free pass to any of the 3 great Governor's Comedy Clubs when they reopen. 3 great clubs, 5 great stages, all of them great shows. Governor's Comedy Club. Teespring.com. And so again, we appreciate all the support, even just watching us. We appreciate that very much. As Sallie is sharing, we hope you'll share along with her. What?
I just got confused.
Oh, you said oi.
Oi.
Oi. Oi. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Roslyn Social, located in the heart of Roslyn Village.
That's new, I think.
Sure, why not?
All right.
I don't know what it is. Roslyn Social, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Their rooftop lounge is open. They're available for takeout, curbside pickup, delivery, and they're on your favorite food service apps. Even their fabulous cocktails and desserts are available to go as well. It's a great place, great atmosphere, fantastic food, head over to the Roslyn Social. 516-801-4963. 516-801-4963. Head on over there and tell Nick you like their Christmas decorations. They put up Christmas decorations. It's all
yeah.
festive.
I saw that. It looked good.
Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge. The Knockem Dead comedy radio show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body, who for 25 years has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island.
It's not Monday.
Sorry.
Wow.
I don't know where that came from. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications to restorations and repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching.
Wow.
Oi!
Oi.
Boo! In the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks and will walk you through the process from start to finish. From tow through insurance process to return of your vehicle. We're with you. So please call Two Eagles Auto Body at 516-328-2527, located in New Hyde Park, Long Island. That's 516-328-2527. Ask for John Rossi over there at Two Eagles Auto Body. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, also brought to you by Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate broker at Signature Premier Properties, 631-495-7696. Gina is a phenomenal real estate broker. She will make the whole process pain-free, stress-free, nice and easy, and make you some money and help you find a beautiful home for your money, your hard-earned cash. That's Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate broker with Signature Premier Properties, 631-495-7696. Gina will work so hard for you and sell your house so fast it'll make your
head spin.
And, of course, Bella Vista Pizza.
Bella Vista Pizza.
516-433-4464. 516-433-4464. Located at 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. The best pizza they deliver. But we suggest you go there because they have a friendly staff, nice guys, great cooks, great food. Everybody we've ever taken there absolutely loves it. The best pizza you'll ever get right there. Bella Vista Pizza in Plainview. Tell them Knockem Dead Comedy sent you. You'll get yourself a free garlic knot, baby. 2 free garlic knots. 2 free garlic knots.
I want you to know that since Andrew Plagianos is listening to our show on the website,
Yes?
he timed headspin perfectly.
Nice.
Like as soon as I said it, he wrote it.
Well, then he'll be able to do
like,
that.
We were like one.
Ooh. I bet he's jerking right now. And which is cool, so you can watch on the website and perfectly time your comments. And on Monday we'll hopefully have Kent Bichelle doing the ads again for us. And I'm even excited to get Dennis on the phone.
I don't even know where he is. I have to find him.
Well, you have to contact his
cousin because he's not on Facebook anymore.
Right. And I'll reach out to Michael the Joke Explainer.
Oh yeah.
And tell him we're back in action and ready and we miss him. And just anybody. I don't care who calls. I'll take anybody's call, even Joe Stas.
Andrew Plagiano said he's casting for new boxes.
Aren't we all?
Your mommy's watching.
Hello,
Greg
Mommy.
D. Filippo's watching.
Hello, Greg.
Yeah, so hi everyone. Oh, Captain Jack's watching. He said, morning, you two. And Tass is watching.
Hello.
She calls us aunt and uncle, but
yeah.
we could have had her. She could have been our baby.
You said we could have had her. I thought you meant something else.
She's a child.
She's 20-something.
No,
I think that's why she calls us aunt and uncle. It's like a weird, fetish thing.
No.
Hello.
No.
Uncle. Hello, Auntie Sallie.
I love her whole family.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Her family should be like a sitcom.
She drew some weird picture yesterday. Some woman was grabbing her breasts.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it was you.
Nope. What else? So, yeah. Then people are saying good morning to each other. So, yeah. So, hi, everyone.
I love when everybody says hi to each other like that.
Yeah.
Nice little friendly family.
What do you got? You got anything you want to start off with?
I do.
What?
Oh, hello, Alfonso. You didn't say hi to Alfonso.
Oh, I read his comment, though, about Gina. Not out loud in my head.
Oh, I didn't see that yet. I did see a nice comment that just came through. Oh, it just hit me who Alfonso is.
Who?
Well, look at the last name.
Brown.
Well, I wasn't going to say it because you never know. 2 Eagles Auto Body to get my car repaired. If anything is wrong with my stick shift, I'll go to Spread Eagle Auto Body. Carol Miner is watching. All right.
Hey, Carol.
Hold the presses. Stop the presses.
With her talented young man.
SageStudioATX.com. Sage Studio. I'm assuming it's actually SageStudioATexas.com. That's what I'm guessing.
Oh.
But I don't know that for sure. So Sage Studio, SAGE Studio ATX.com. Go there after our show. Not now. After our show, go there and check out some fine artwork. Taz isn't the only talented cartoonist in our midst. Zachary Roby, Carol Miner's 20-year-old son, 21-year-old son. He's a great cartoonist, and he's got some fine artwork on display at SageStudioATX.com. Go check it out and let them know how much you enjoy it. Zach is on the autistic spectrum, but he's a fine young man, and I was very impressed when I looked at the website, saw some cool pictures, and I even spotted a drawing he made of the Beatles that he was nice enough to send me a few years ago, which I still have, and I love it very much. So, so head on over there and check that out. And, that's for you, Carol. Carol's great. We love Carol, so wanted to throw that out there. But what I wanted to start with, you and me are going to fight.
Okay. I know I didn't ask you to watch Parenthood again, so you've got nothing to complain about.
Oh, A is for Austin. Sage Studio in Austin, Texas.
Oh.
I like mine better. So...
What could you complain about?
You don't even know. You don't even realize what you said. We were driving on our way here this morning. And, Zach is 25. Oh, sorry.
Oh, wow.
Wow, he's 25 already? So, we're driving on our way here this morning, and there's a car in front of us. A truck, actually. With a license plate that said 86 Mets. And I'm like, oh, look at that. Now, I'm a huge Met fan. So I said to Sallie, that's a cool license plate. So Sallie, who's just making conversation, doesn't even realize what she did. She goes, when I was, living up in Massachusetts and we watched the Patriots, we can't even pick a year that we won because we win so much. I remember one time that we lost, and I said to myself, I don't even know how to feel about that. I'm just so not used to losing.
I actually did say all that.
She did actually say all that.
He's absolutely right. Yeah. How do you not? Okay, if you're going to be a Mets fan, then you have to be able to make fun of the Mets at the same time. It's the only way it'll work. Otherwise, you just need antidepressants.
Absolutely, I'm the first
yes.
to acknowledge that we're awful, and we are cursed, and we always get great players on the Mets, but when they're here, it's before or after their prime.
Or this, and I was trying to explain this to Sam, because Sam's he was asking about the Mets. I'm like, they'll always have a player, and the second they'll hit 3 home runs in a game, a normal fan will say, oh, this is so great. This is going to be amazing. And Met fans, tell me if I'm wrong, you get this sick feeling in your stomach, and you say to yourself, they're gone. Very next game, they're going to be playing for someone else. So, So you have to be a Mets fan where you can completely make fun of the Mets at the same time. So that's what I was doing. But yeah, I said absolutely everything he just said.
Born in New York, grew up on Long Island.
I've always been a Mets fan, except for the couple of years that the Yankees were winning with Reggie Jackson. But that's a really long time ago.
That exactly is my point right there. She's a fair weather fan.
Just those 3 years.
No, but then you moved, and now I'm all about Boston. I love Johnny Damon and Big Papi.
I was in Boston the year that all those guys.
Don't
won.
care. If I
great.
moved to Florida, if I moved to Boston,
You
God
would still
forbid,
be a Mets fan.
still be a Mets
You don't
fan.
know what it's like to live in different states and have people mad at you because you're a fan of something else. If I actually really cared, then I would continue to be a, Mets fan everywhere I go. But I don't give a shit. I really don't. So yeah.
Oh, unless it's about the Patriots, then you care.
No, I'm fine that they lose all the time. Like if they lost all the time now, I don't care.
Poor you, says Tim
I'm not there
Saliani.
anymore.
Try being a lifer Jets fan.
Oh yeah. See, I couldn't. I don't mind being a Mets fan. I couldn't be a Jets fan.
Would you say the Jets' history is worse than the Mets? I'm gonna.
Here's the difference.
How many times
between-
have the Jets won the Super Bowl?
Here's the difference
One?
between the Mets fan and the Jets fan. The Mets fan, we're completely surprised when things go well, right?
Met fans?
Yeah. Jet fans really think it's gonna go well, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we lost again. We suck." But Jet fans, they actually go into the game thinking they're gonna win. Mets fans, we just know it's not going to happen.
Mets fans, we go in every year saying, "Oh man, this is a good team," but we know that half of those players are going to be hurt or traded.
Right.
By midseason.
Right.
How many days till spring training? Says Jack. We're a little over 2 months away, so that's what 60-something days, 70 days probably, if there even is a spring training. Although. I don't know if we're getting the Fauci seems to think that us common folk will have the vaccine by April. Do athletes, professional athletes, would they be higher on the list than regular schnooks like us?
I wouldn't think so. I mean,
I think so.
I wouldn't.
Oh, you wouldn't think?
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I think
I'm gonna say
a
yes to that.
doctor would, but yeah, because you want to keep everyone else alive, or the people that actually might die if they get it.
All right. So, what would be your
My
priorities?
tier?
Yeah, your tier.
Well, you know what I like? I'm curious because they did all the research and they take 2 different shots, and the second one for like a day really makes you very ill, like really ill. So like I wonder if the people that they tested it on are people that are health compromised. Like I wonder if someone in a nursing home might not do well with the vaccine. I worry about that. Other than that, I really like nurses, doctors.
Well, yeah,
Police,
absolutely. First
firefighters.
responders, you're right.
Everyone who keeps us freaking alive. That would be like really nice. Teachers, I'd really like teachers to get it. And then other than that, I don't care. I don't really care. I know that Obama and George W. Bush and Bill Clinton said that because there's a lot of like anti-vaxxers out there, so they're like, if you want us to, the 3 of us get together and we'll get the shots in front of everyone just to like make everyone realize that it really is a safe thing.
Yeah, they said they'll do it on camera.
Yeah, they're happy to do that. I thought that was good. So yeah,
Well, all right, but
you do
gotta
a different tier.
Well, yeah, I got to put the All-American staff in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, but they're just kids. They'll be fine.
I don't care how old they are. They're serving my burger.
And making your fries.
The sweet shop.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
no, in all seriousness, yeah, food workers.
Yeah, people like even
They
like,
should be up
even
there.
like Zach, he works at Stop and Shop. You want
My
to keep
son.
him
But-
safe. That poor kid. He's been tested. He's
5
been
times?
tested more than anyone I know. Maybe even in the news. Like, he's the guy. I think some people, if they work in nursing homes, they have to get tested every 2 weeks, so they win. But he's been tested, is it 5 times?
Yeah.
That thing, like, shoved right up his nose.
I guess so, yeah.
And he doesn't even complain about it.
Yeah, because
He's just like,
his job is, he's been around a lot, and then at school he's been around it a lot. He's been fortunate. Now, he says, right, doesn't he think he had a slight case of it or something? But I've never heard of a slight case of
Oh,
COVID.
I have, sure. People have no symptoms. People have
Well,
slight,
yeah.
Because I think, like...
But you either
like,
get it or you either
in
get
January,
it full blown.
February, I got it, then Sam got it, and we both were
Oh, yeah, you guys were sick.
close to going to the hospital. We were pretty sick. And then Kevin, who gets away with murder in everything he does in life, didn't feel well right around the time he'd get something from us. He had it, and he was in bed for maybe 3 or 4 days. Me and Sam had fevers for 6 weeks.
Who was in bed for 3 or 4 days? Zach?
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin, right.
Kevin.
So you think he had a slight case of it too?
Yeah, I do. He'll tell you that he thinks he did.
But who didn't get it?
You never get anything. You're but you might be the guy who gives it to everyone. Yeah, you do. I made my own joke. I said something and then finished it.
Well, it's nice that you finish it. So, I go to look at comments. First thing I see is Plagano saying, "Oh, he likes it in the nose." Saliani, listen to this. This is Tim Saliani saying this, okay? I'm just the messenger. I'd go back in time to stop my grandparents from fucking just to not be a Jets fan. Robert Shapiro, 2 words.
Yeah, it's
butt
disheartening,
fumble.
right? It's just disheartening because they set themselves up
Hello.
for goodness, and they shouldn't. Just be a Mets fan. In your heart, just be
we're loyal to our team. We don't expect to win.
We don't expect
to win.
It's kind of like when you're a parent and you've got 2 kids, one that is in all AP classes, and then the other guy you're but you got a 70. That's a Mets fan. That's what Jets fans should be. Yay, you didn't. You got a 71. Yay, you have to be like that.
But I'm trying to think who's worse. Jets or Mets? Who's had a more depressing history?
I just worry about the Jets fans more. You can't... We're unflappable.
When it comes to the fans, the Met fans, yes, like you said before, the Met fans are used to losing.
Us.
Where Jet fans, every year they think they're going to win.
Yeah, each game, they go into it they got the paint all over their faces.
Sometimes I see crazy things in the back of cars when I'm driving, especially those idiots that hang the ball sacks off the back of their truck. Yeah, I never understood that either.
Yeah.
Technically, I could pull up to you and say, "Hey, I think you have a set of balls in your rear."
That's true.
So, don't be such a dick on the road. That's from a new watcher named Andy Fremda. We can all agree that the Miami Dolphins are gay, says Taz. Oh, I like that shoulder thing you got going on there.
Oh.
Right, Carol Miner. She's been in Texas for 80 years. She's still a Giants fan, a New York Giants fan. Al lives by the Met Spring Training Complex. Very nice. They need to, Plagano says, they need to vaccine the McRib from Rada-itis or Keeganitis. What? Didn't Elvis get the polio vaccine live on TV?
Oh, did he? Huh.
I don't know. I never heard that.
Maybe.
Did he?
I don't know.
I remember the good old days where there used to be a place to get a great hot dog. It was called Baseball Games. You could still get a great Nathan's hot dog at a baseball game. It just cost you $25.
To park.
Charles Gooden was tested. Hello, Charles. Mostly essays and multiple choice. I'm sure I passed. Tested 5 times. He's an amateur, says Tim Saliani.
Why? He gets tested a lot?
Well, yeah, Tim must. Yeah, I'm assuming you must have to get tested all the time. You lost a fucking leg. Let's not act like you're lucky. Tried being a Rangers fan during the Islanders dynasty years in the 80s. That sucked.
Yeah.
See, but I'm not. I don't know. I never. I'm a territory guy, like East Coast, West Coast. I'll kick Biggie's ass. No, but I like all New York. You know, of course,
You're not a Bills fan, though.
Well, all right, but downstate then.
That's a different state.
Yeah, we don't count them up there. We don't count them. The Jets, the Giants, the Rangers, the Islanders, the Mets, Yankees. I root for all of them. I mean, if the Mets are playing the Yankees. I want the Mets to win more than the Yankees.
Yeah, of course.
But like the Subway Series to me was the
But they
greatest
won't.
was the greatest thing in the world. I mean, of course I wanted the Mets to win, but to me that was just as good as it gets right there to see both teams in it. So like if the Mets, of course, when they don't make it, and the Yankees who make the postseason pretty much every year, then
You're
I'm
happy.
voting for the Yankees. Of course, I'm rooting them on.
Sure.
And I do that. I root for the Islanders, but then I'm happy for the Rangers too.
I had a hard time liking the Yankees again after living, like rooting for the Red Sox because the Red Sox and the Yankees have such a,
Yeah.
they're not.
Oh, you
fond
mean the
of
Red
each
Sox
other.
that the Mets beat in '86?
Yeah. So like when I came down here, I was like, oh no, the Yankees and their evil ways. So
Their
I had to get
evil
over that.
ways.
Yeah. So did you hear about how we watched Juno not that long ago?
Who did?
Me and you.
Juno?
Yeah.
I didn't watch Juno with you.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Really?
Really?
Who did I watch it with?
I don't know. Your boyfriend. I don't know.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Really?
Really? I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never seen that movie.
I feel like you watched it with me. Maybe I watched it with Sam? I don't remember. Anyway, you know Ellen Page?
No.
Really? Ellen Page.
She's in that movie?
Yeah, she's Juno. Yeah, I'll show you the picture.
Show
of
me her face.
Yeah.
As much as Andrew, our new listener, Andrew Fremeder, as much as he loves sports, he's looking forward to them replacing the actual players with cardboard cutouts. Oh, yeah, I know who that is. But no, I never saw that movie.
Okay. So she just changed her sex.
As in...
Now her name is Elliot Page.
Oh, no kidding, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
It'd
she
be-
actually, it's nice because like a lot of the movie, they're going back and they're changing her name, like all in like the old credits and stuff.
What's this movie about?
She gets pregnant with him, and it's just that whole. She gives the baby up for adoption and that whole thing. It's a funny, cute, sweet movie.
I think I did watch it with you.
Yeah, I know. Because I remember things you said,
Like, hey, that girl should be a guy.
like, hey, I'm actually thinking about everything else other than watching this movie, stuff like that.
Did I like it?
Yeah, you actually really liked it.
Oh.
Yeah, because there's a lot of music in it, and
So is she getting a sex change, or she's just...
I think she's like in the middle of stuff.
Is she, or was she a lesbian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's always been gay.
Well, not anymore, because now she'll be Elliot.
Yeah.
She'll be straight Elliot.
Yeah, so I've always really liked her. I always thought she was a great actress.
What else is she in? I don't recall seeing her.
She's a superhero in something too.
She's super gay.
Yeah, but Ellen Page.
Andrew Plajanos thinks if you move, you should legally have to change your sports allegiances.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's what
people
I do.
wouldn't go about gallivanting, but gallivanting is half the fun.
Yeah,
And then you fight with the person who's gallivanting,
in my
and
opinion,
it's playful and fun.
In my opinion, you kind of have to, unless you're. If you're like a die-hard fan, then yeah, just stick with what you love. Belanja's a Chiefs fan. Like they're like these diehard fans from teams from other states. That's just who you are, whatever. But like I could tell you from experience, it's really tough to. Like when I moved to Boulder, Colorado, you had to be a Bronco fan. It's a crazy city there. Everything about the city revolves around that team.
Charles Goonan says a Met fan married a Jets fan, and they gave birth to a Knicks fan. So they named that baby Loser. That was, I added that part. But hello, Ken Pichelle. East Coast, West Coast, I'll kick Biggie's ass. I'm a New York guy. Congrats on the whitest thing ever said today. I had no idea what I was talking about, which you all knew as soon as I said it.
She's in X-Men.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
All I know is that Biggie is the guy that hangs on the wall in Luke Cage. I couldn't tell you a single song.
Oh, well, speaking of that, Drake?
Yes, I knew who he is. Couldn't tell you a single song.
Right. So Drake, remember
He's a lesbian
Drake
who's now going to be
came
called.
out with a scented candle. It's $80 a candle,
$80 a candle.
and it smells like him.
Well, all right. That's like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, it's like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina. Yeah. It's,
So does it smell like his penis? Or it smells like his ass, I bet.
Like, you have to have some kind of confidence in life to be like, you know what I think this scented candle should smell like?
Right.
Me.
And then how do they get that scent? Do they like rub the candle?
Like, do they have people around them like still smelling them and be like, no, it needs to be a little bit more musky? Like, what do they do?
When I worked at the phone company, we had a TV in our break room, and one time we had DVD players and VCRs, and a guy brought in this thing. He was a little off. He actually mailed away for this thing. It was a porno, right? And he put it in, but it came with a card, right? And there were 10 squares in this card, 8 squares on this card.
Just stop talking.
And you had to scratch each one to get a different smell. And the very last one smelled like ass.
Oh, really?
We couldn't, and we were making jokes as we're getting, because it had something to do with the scene. Like one square would smell like a candle, another, it had different smells. So the last scene involved anal sex, and we were like, oh, no way, no way. So we were passing the card around, so whoever had it at the time was like, all right, let's see. So I know immediately, he's like, no way. And we all just started cracking up. It's a true story, man, true story.
That's unreal. I remember one time doing those like scratchy things, and like one smelled like roses, and I got to like one, and I was already vegetarian, and like I didn't just smell like pepperoni. I was like, ooh, it just smelled so weird. Ooh.
Taz says she's going to do a live stream later. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So go look for Taz sometime today. She's doing a live stream, probably drawing a cartoon, which will be fun.
With her big pen, her black big pen.
Her black what?
Black big pen.
Yes.
It's really hard to say that fast.
Black big penis.
Black big pen.
Her black big pen is black. I was just trying to put penis in there. All this talk about the McRib. I heard McDonald's is coming out with a new sandwich for Hanukkah called the McJew Quarter Pounder.
Why do you read these things?
It was funny though.
Oh, you want to hear something not funny? This is not funny. In Brookhaven.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
There's like a home, an estate in Brookhaven, and I guess the owner rented it out on AirNub. So some Yahoo from New Jersey rented it for the weekend for like a lot of money, like $1,800 or something for like 3 days. And the owner of the house had him sign like all these things, like only 8 people in the house at a time, whatever. And he has a party of 400 people. 400 people of like 30 and 40-year-olds.
30 and 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
So this wasn't some 18-year-old
kid thing. Yeah, and the guy also, like the guy who owns the place, like picture this. You think everything's fine, someone's just renting your home for the weekend. You're not renting it to an 18-year-old, so you feel okay, he signed the contract, everything's going well. And then on your phone, you're looking at the video to see if there's like how everything is. And he sees like all these cars outside his house. And then he finds out that the guy was also trying to disable the cameras. So, yeah, so the police were called. It took close to 5 hours to get everyone out of there from the police. So, Brookhaven, great job.
So, and it was, what, around 400 people?
400, yeah.
And when was this past weekend?
Yeah, Sunday.
So, do we know if any of them were sick?
I don't know. I guess, takes like 4 or 5 days for symptoms.
And then meanwhile, then you had this couple, a Hawaiian couple, but this might have happened in L.A., or maybe it was Hawaii, I forget. A couple that knew they had tested positive, and they knew they were positive, but they got on a plane anyway. Yeah. They were actually arrested. And as they should be, for being so stupid. Stupid, I said.
Yeah.
But there's some good news.
What?
Some good pandemic news.
Oh, good.
In addition to the pandemic causing housing costs in Nassau County, which is where we are, to spike. The dramatic increase in sales prices of homes across the county has unfairly skewed property assessments.
Mm-hmm.
For commercial properties, the collapse of revenue streams during the pandemic has made income and expense information for business owners unavailable. By temporarily pausing property assessments, we can allow families and businesses a little more certainty so they can focus on the task of rebuilding their finances at a time of enormous economic certainty.
All right, so dumb that down. They're not gonna raise.
Nassau County Executive Laura Curran.
They're not gonna raise taxes because property values have gone up.
Well, it's not that good.
Ah.
But Nassau County Executive Laura Curran announced plans yesterday to freeze current property values in 2022-23 at the previous year's level to provide some stability for residential and commercial property owners. Which if I'm not mistaken, because I believe the 2022-23 assessments don't they come out in like this January of 21? So they're going to freeze them at last year's prices.
Okay.
Which is huge. That's great news.
I can't believe how much we pay in property taxes for our homes. Like it's just, and I'm all for schools and taxes for. I mean, I get all that, but it is just completely ridiculous compared to the rest of the world. You know, it's crazy.
They're also coming out with an Irish version of the McRib. It's called the McMick.
Are you reading from there?
That was from there. Pilgeno says, my candle smells like me, which smells like your mom. Wow. I was thinking of coming out with my own candle, says Jeff Posey. It would smell like dead jokes. Candles make a nice gift. It's a nice way of saying, hey, your house smells like shit.
Yeah, the Drake thing. I guess like the Drake thing would have surprised me a few years ago, but it doesn't after Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle.
From there. Right now, since the world is so crazy, everything is being delivered. So I just ordered an egg and chicken sandwich from Amazon. I'll let you know which came first. At least it was clean. Remember when all the crime and law on TV shows... remember when all the crime law TV shows did episodes about someone who had AIDS, going around sleeping with as many people as they could?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And now those same shows will just do the same plots. Just they'll replace the word AIDS for COVID.
Yep. Yeah.
Speaking of jerk-offs and assholes and people who should be arrested...
I've got an asshole story, too.
Do
Go ahead.
About an actual asshole? Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. All right, would you like to tell your story first?
No.
Mine is not about an actual asshole. Mine is more the...
So my sister Cindy, she moved in with me. She used to live in Georgia, and she moved in a few years ago. But forever, she's been complaining about how in her home in Georgia, she had a bidet. Like, she loved it. And she been complaining about, like, oh, I miss my... so she bought one, and I had... actually, it was Henry. Henry did all the sprinkler stuff in here at Governor's.
Sprinkler stuff.
He's like our new plumber. So Henry came over and installed it, I don't know, a month ago. But I've been afraid to use it. Let me tell you, there was no reason to be afraid.
To use it? Why?
Why? Okay, well, how about you use it? You're afraid, right?
No.
Are you afraid?
What would I be? What?
Say you're afraid.
No.
He's afraid.
What? Why would someone be afraid of a bidet?
Well, because when you're testing it out and you hit. I mean, the force is crazy. It really sprays like crazy. And also, she said to me, she's like, well, the only thing I don't really like about it is that the one in Georgia was warm water, and Henry didn't hook up like to the hot water. He just hooked it up like regular. So I'm like, all right, do I want like ice cold water spraying on my butt? No. So I have avoided it for a month or so. How long has she had it? A month?
Yeah, you said that.
months?
You said that a minute ago. That he installed it like a month ago.
Yeah, so I just tried it the other day, and it's like the greatest thing in the whole entire. I have no idea how it works. How it finds my exact butthole.
Your exact butthole, as opposed to.
I just
your
figured it'd be.
inexact
I
butthole,
just figured it would just spray me. It would be awful.
which is like our sex life.
Yeah, yeah. It was amazing.
Getting it in the butthole was amazing. Fremder and Pajanos' head, they're
They're
exploding.
exploding with things to say. I know, but I'm dead serious. It's fantastic.
Oh, they know you're serious.
And it really wasn't that much. I don't even think she spent that much on it. I probably spent more on Henry than I think she spent on.
Yeah,
the thing.
you did.
Yeah.
Henry, let me thank you for hooking up my plumbing
Let me try it while I'm naked, Henry.
with my butthole. And Ken Pichelle liked the Amazon with the chicken and the
Who did?
Ken Pichelle. He enjoyed that joke.
Hey, Ken.
And see, and the Pajanos, he's all excited. We're sharing asshole stories.
All right, what's your butthole story?
Well, so all right, but you think
You should try it. You'll love it.
so? All right, what about some months back? Actually, probably like a year ago now. When we had a whole big discussion about this on here, because then Eric went and bought one.
Yeah, I think he really liked it.
He did. He loved it.
Yeah.
Well, Eric likes anything touching his butt, but at that time you were like, oh no, I'm scared.
Because I just figured, like the amount of water that came out would be crazy, and it does. But it goes like hits like your butthole perfect. I don't how's it do it?
Robert Shapiro recently had replaced.
Oh, and I thought the cold water would be awful. No big deal.
No big deal.
No.
Robert Shapiro recently replaced the waterline feed in his bidet with hydrochloric acid. Let's see what happens, he says. People are weird.
Yeah.
Jeff Bosey says this is your way of saying you want anal. Charles Goonan, ice cold water spraying on my butthole. That's a great John Denver album. Ice cold water spraying on my butthole.
Oh, that's nice. It's a pretty song, baby.
Speaking of bidets, there's so much shit going on in the world right now. I'm just trying to get by day, bidet. Hi, Gina. You're just in time. We're talking about
Gina.
Sallie's pooper.
Yeah.
Gina Kangemi has coffins. Oh, my God. Gina Kangemi coffin has plumbers there right now. Just tune in and you're talking about plumber.
Oh, did you call Henry? Because I gave her Henry's number like a month ago.
Gina,
I bet you she forgot and just got someone else.
do what Sallie did. Get naked for the plumber and have them spray your butthole.
It's amazing how the price goes down.
And that's not the only thing going down. So good luck, Gina, with your plumbing. So your asshole is nice and clean? Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying
in
to tell
fact,
us?
like I liked it so much that like when I pooped the next day, like when I was like, oh, I have to poo, I was like, yay! Like it's so cool.
Andy Plajanos is taking credit for introducing bidets to Eric.
Oh, then thank you. Well, Cindy would have gotten it anyway, because seriously, like
Cindy would have gotten it in the butt. Anyway.
I was so tired of hearing about this stupid thing that I think it's the only thing she liked in her house, and she's like,
In her butt.
maybe, yeah. So.
Andy, I don't want to know how you introduced something touching Eric's butt.
Mm.
You should make a top 10 list of the thoughts that went through Miss Sallie's mind while using the bidet. Go ahead, tell us.
What went through my mind? Well, it's quick. It's just like you have a little thing and you're like, ooh, and you're like, okay, I think
What was
that's
it?
probably good. Ooh. Yeah. And then you shut it off. And then you think to yourself, it's everywhere. This is going to be really bad. And then you use like a little toilet paper and it's like nothing. You're like, wow. How is this possible? How is this possible?
So are you now open? Open. Are you open to other things touching your butthole?
No, I just like things coming out. Just coming out.
Like a gerbil.
No.
I use my bidet so much I got caught out there at work dry wiping like an animal. Charles says you're very cocky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's very cool, and I don't even think it was that much.
You didn't have to pay that
Are you
much.
going to try it?
I'll try it, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of
I'm
it.
scared.
I've just it's really not high on my list. But
Wait till you
since you
try
have one
it.
at your house, I will try it.
You're gonna poo like 3 times a day just because you can. Just to use it. It's great.
I think this is the beginning of anal experiences.
It's just shocking how well it works.
That's what you'll be saying after trying it with me. Americans are funny. My Italian aunts and uncles all had bidets. Yeah, in other parts of the world, it's a very common thing.
Yeah.
Fremder and Plagenos, that has a nice ring to it. I think I should change my name to Andrew Plafremder, and he should change his name to Andrew Fremjanos.
We just learned how to say Plagenos' name. Remember, it took us like
Long time. Well, I shouldn't say. You shouldn't say us.
Right first.
No, you were the last one.
Ask him.
Eric first.
No.
Then me. Then you.
No. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yep.
No. How many times did I sit there and go Plagenos, Plagenos, Plagenos?
Nope.
Andy, say who knew how to say your name first by months. You're so going.
Andy's going to side with you because he wants to get your pooper.
It's true. I actually say his name. There was about 6 months where I said his name more than he said his own name because I was just like Plagenos.
Is there anybody out there who has time on their hands to go back and watch some old shows from like maybe
Eric
from March?
said Plagenos for like months after.
Jeff Bosey, I think Jeff Bosey might be masturbating to our show right now. Wait, did you just admit to trying weird anal play? So he's like, his clothes are off, he's ready to go.
You know this, huh?
Well, Rich told me.
Oh.
Hey, speaking of great governor's talent, we're very excited. Tim Saliani's show starts tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. Films on tap with Tim Saliani and some friends. Forgive me, I don't know your friends' names, but I know Carla's a part of it. Really looking forward to that. That's going to be fun.
Has he said what movie he's reviewing yet, or he doesn't?
I don't know.
It's a secret. Maybe it's a secret. Yeah, we've got a lot of good shows that just started and are starting.
Are we talking about any other shows that are coming?
You mean Neil?
I guess that's a yes. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. I could actually read what they wrote for their bio.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, why don't I do that?
Give a little history
explain.
first.
Yeah.
All right, but you would.
All right, so Neil
Rubenstein.
Neil Rubenstein. He actually, I love him, and he hurt his foot, fractured his foot. And you know what? I meant to tell him this. You did the same thing,
because we got our foot stuck in your pooper.
No.
Oh.
You were such a dumbass one for a little while, where every time, if you had your leg off, you would hop. He would hop on his only foot, and so he fractured it. So
Did it twice, actually.
He had to be in a boot, and let me tell you, cranky pants over here between the boot and the prosthetic, and it was winter, wasn't it winter? Yeah, so you were like sliding all over the snow and ice. Yeah, it was awful. It was an awful time. So Neil did the same thing. He fractured his foot or ankle or something, and it's really bad.
He fractured his ankle. I fractured my foot, which I think that the ankle is worse.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he started to journal on Facebook day one, and he's kind of it's really an emotional thing. His doctors told him you have to lose weight because that's gonna have something to do with the healing process, and so he's got this whole. He's in his head, and he's
you said he's got a hole. I thought we were talking about assholes.
No, and he's just he's. The first day that I saw him write about it, he was just kind of all in his head. Here I am. I feel like now I'm a burden to my family. He was so hard on himself. And I'm like, oh, poor Neil. Can everyone just go over and hug him? Because he's such a good person. And so, the next day, he journaled. I didn't think he'd actually journal the next day, but he did. And so I was really interested to see how his day was. And then by day 3, I'm so interested in this. I just said to Tony, I was like, all right. If I can't wait to see how Neil is, everyone must feel this way. There's a good show here, so I was just do your magic, and that's all I did. So, but if you want to talk about it while I find it,
So I said to Neil, would you like to do a show? And he said yes.
Okay, so here's the bio on the show. The name of the show is going to be Does It Get Better? And he's doing it with his friend Rich, who I don't know. But I'm sure he's friends with Neil. He's great.
He's from Rhode Island.
Oh.
Rich from Rhode Island.
So, Does It Get Better? It's going to be a mental health podcast about hope. Growth is strange and mysterious, and our society norms don't allow us to ask questions about the journey. And if you do ask, you're made to feel inadequate, or that your struggle isn't as significant as someone else's. They'll tell you, be thankful for your, blah, blah, blah.
Your asshole.
For your asshole that gets, cleaned with water. But your journey is your journey. But your journey is your journey, and you should be free to feel how you feel and ask whatever questions you need answered. Does it get better? We'll ask and answer those questions. So that's what the podcast is going to be. So they're going to be doing it once a week.
Starting when? Do we have a date?
Well, I listed them for Monday, but I don't know if they're going to be ready for this week. But if it's not this week, it'll be next week.
Oh, I was going to start that soon.
I would think.
Oh,
yeah.
very nice.
Because they've
great.
already been doing something, so why not? Yeah.
And Neil has
whatever they want to do. If they need time.
He has other podcasts, so he's a pro with this stuff. He's great, very funny.
They can start whenever they want.
So we're very excited for Tim Saliani tomorrow. Very excited for Neil whenever that's starting. We do apologize. Christy Unleashed did not air last night. She had some technical issues, so she couldn't get the show going.
What cable company does she hate?
She's having internet trouble with Spectrum.
Yeah, she's got a lot of bad words to say about Spectrum. Like, at one point, I was just like...
Well, that's like her show.
Yeah.
There is no...
They've got a really good show.
They're
it's
so
very funny. Like, they say whatever they want to say.
Well, that's the name of the show.
Yeah, but they really do.
She will be back next week. We've already figured some things out. She will be back next week. Let's see.
Yeah, anything about Neil?
Charles Goonan. In the olden days, after a poo, people would go out in the rain and stand on their heads naked. Modern technology has made a quick cleanliness your duty.
Okay, you've already read Three Frienders.
Well, feel free. You can have fun with this one.
Okay, go ahead. I trust you.
Because he used the wrong there, right there, and he spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
There's a new class action lawsuit against John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt for identity theft because his name is mine too.
You're only encouraging him.
That's funny. Come on, it's so stupid, but it's funny. Remember that John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt?
Yes.
Andy Plagenos feels bad for Neil. He wishes him a speedy recovery. Gina Conjemi Coffin says all the kids go for the broken foot thing.
Because she fell down the stairs.
And she takes it a step further. She broke her nose and her face.
Then cut herself where she needed stitches twice.
Oh, that's right, her finger, yeah. Jeff Bosey says you should not hug Neil, you should bang him.
No, he didn't.
It's right there.
No, he didn't. Hug him or no. I can't. Oh, man.
Jeff Bosey is acknowledging that he did masturbate to our show today. Very nice.
Oh, thanks. Should you feel honored about that?
No. His pants were down. Rich Rada was playing with his McRib. Plagenos is suggesting start with a hug, maybe an accidental caress of the tip.
Accidentally caressing.
What a bunch.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get to my asshole story. But I'm not talking about the actual asshole. I'm calling somebody an asshole.
Oh, their behavior.
Their behavior is very asshole-ish.
Okay. Then I hope they never get a really cool bidet.
No, they don't deserve... They deserve something else going on in their butthole.
Okay, let's hear it.
Tuesday, not 2 days ago, Tuesday of last week.
Okay.
In Westbury, man. Westbury is a town here in Nassau County. It's...
kind of close. 20 minutes away.
From here? In Levittown?
Well, not everyone drives 80 miles an hour on a side street.
It is not 20 minutes away from Levittown. It's...
10?
5.
Like, I was surprised when I went to Costco. I'm like, am I still driving?
Yeah, but that's the far end of Westbury.
All right, because I thought it would be like 10 minutes away.
That's
I'm
the
like,
Westbury Garden City border.
Screwed. Sorry to interrupt you with your story, but I got totally screwed a few weeks ago because I had to get back to get Kevin. And I was like, am I seriously still driving? So I had to bail. Cut rope and bail.
Well, yeah, I meant to talk to you about that, but that's after the show because I guarantee you went like a real strange way to
I
get there.
just used Waze. I don't think.
Did Waze take you to the back roads back here?
No.
How did it take you?
I went that way. And then that way. And then I at the Meadowbrook. I think I took the Meadowbrook.
You took the Meadowbrook from...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
10 minutes.
You're so much closer to Costco than you think from here.
All right.
So a Westbury man, a town that's 5 minutes west of us, the man went upstairs to check on his 6-year-old son, who has a learning disability. And he was checking on his son and the son's caretaker. He has an aide because he has disability. The caretaker's name, Thomas Tana, Tana, tits and ass. So I don't know if it's Tana, Tana.
Tana.
Okay. Thomas Tana of Comac, which is about half hour, 45 minutes east of us. So the man opens the door to check up to see what's happening. And he finds Tana inappropriately touching himself in front of the boy, and the boy was undressed. The father, of course, flipped out, as he should. Tana split from the home on foot before the police arrived. The boy was not injured, but was taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation. Tana was caught, thank goodness, and arrested. Charged with first-degree endangering the welfare of a physically disabled person and endangering the welfare of a child. Police ask that anyone who feels they may have been a victim of a similar crime to call Nassau County Crime Stoppers at 1-800-244-TIPS. Stop at the tip jokes. All callers will remain anonymous. This man should go to jail and have other things, not a bidet, in his butt.
Yeah.
Thomas Tana is a piece of garbage and deserves nothing but the worst, and I hope he lives a long time so he can enjoy lots of punishment.
You think I'll get jail time? I don't think he will. That's why I'm sad.
If he doesn't...
At least now there's a record, so he can't be around people anymore.
I still hope he enjoys lots of punishment, whether he's in jail or not. How about that?
Yeah, me too. That's awful.
Which leads me to a question I wanted to ask you. We were talking the other night to some friends, and we were talking about...
Helen and John?
Yes. We were talking about... I think we were talking about Cosby.
Oh, yeah.
And our buddy said that he felt bad for Cosby. And, of course, and his wife was like, I don't feel bad for him. What the hell are you talking about? And she punched him.
Yeah.
And she yelled at him, and we just sat there like, oh, this is awkward.
Well, we're used to that.
Well, because they fight a lot?
No, they don't fight a lot, but, one of the reasons why I do like them is because they have, strong opinions, and so the conversation is always really good.
I think it's foreplay, actually. They fight and punch each other in front of us, and I think that turns them on. And then when we leave, they get it on.
I think John was just saying he's sad about the idea of it. Like
right.
He's saying what an idiot to have so much going for you.
Right.
That you felt that you needed to hurt so many people.
Right.
Embarrass your family.
That's what he was saying. The
idea of it, he was sad.
And the fact that you could be somebody like Cosby and still have this crazy thing in your head.
Yeah.
That makes you want to do that.
It's not people that don't have anything that are awful. It's usually the people that have too much that are awful.
But that's my question. So a guy like this, Thomas Tana, piece of garbage, do you feel bad for somebody like that? Do you look at somebody like that and say, well, if he's enjoying himself in front of a 6-year-old kid, there's obviously something wrong with him? Or do you just say, no, screw that guy, he's evil, punish him and kick his ass?
I think either way, he has to stay away from people. I think I remember reading a book one time on people that did crimes like this. And when it came to child molestation, the guy described it as like as someone who does that. If they have those feelings that they want to, there's something really sick and wrong with them. But if they act on it, then it's just straight evil.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Because it kind of answers your question. Because like you could have these feelings, but once you start caring more about your feelings than the person you're hurting, then it's bad.
So what about the thoughts of wanting to have sex with a balloon, but then actually doing it? Is that
The Mark White balloon?
Yeah.
That was hot. Yeah.
Oh, did you see? Speaking of which, did you see the video he posted?
He was like four.
Whoa,
finger
easy. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was, but
yeah, I saw it. I thought it was good, and it was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
yes, it was. That's why somebody said that.
Yeah.
We had a thing with. Well, we had a discussion with Mark on our show here. I think it was when he was here. Oh no, he wasn't.
No,
here.
he wasn't. He just
here, but-
heard and called in and yelled at you.
Right,
'cause
but
you
then
were
he sent me the
saying
video.
something.
He was saying that he can play the bass
You were
guitar.
I was like, someone said that they could play. How many fingers do you use? And I thought it was like 2.
Well, right.
And you said no. Sometimes I've seen people with 3, but no one can do
right.
4.
Mark said
and
4.
then Mark's like, I do 4 all the time.
Well, let me just dumb this down a little bit. A guitar, you use a pick and you strum or your finger pick a little bit. But a bass guitar, it pluck. You pluck. Some people use a pick a little bit, but some people
He's a
you
mother
pluck it.
plucker.
That's right. So we were talking about how some people, most bass players just use 2 fingers, and there are some that use 3, and then Mark was saying he used 4, and then we had a whole big discussion and argument about it.
Basically, he just yelled at you.
Well, that's nothing new.
Yeah.
But then just today he posted a video of himself playing Twinkle Twinkle
Yeah.
Little Star with all 4 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't believe it, by the way. And I commented that. I said, there's computer graphics involved. Let's read some comments.
Okay.
Let's see. Damn, don't cover the shoulder. It's what helped me finish, says Bosie.
Wait, what? I missed it. I was yawning, and then I couldn't hear it out of my ears because I
See,
was yawning.
Bosie, you're border. Totally screwed. That's another asshole story. What a topical run today. Someone should have scheduled me some meetings, says Ken Bichelle. Speaking of assholes, my proctologist is definitely an asshole. At my last visit, he gave me the finger, then I left. Carol Miner's pissed. She said, yes, this guy is an asshole. You can feel bad at whatever happened that got him there, but he made a choice.
Yeah.
People make choices. Understanding what is right or wrong is what is important.
I feel the same way, Plagianos. Oh, did he say who said it? Who knew his name first?
Oh, he. I don't think he said it.
He actually thanked me for finally getting it right, as opposed to YouTube bozos.
He thanked you for getting it right because you were getting it wrong for so
No,
long.
he was like, thank goodness.
Friend is on a roll today. I'm sorry. Speaking of Bill Cosby, I heard he loves fairy tales so much he wanted to turn Snow White into Sleeping Booty.
All right, I'll give him that. That was good.
Andy Placinos, I fist my pace. God, I can't wait for Placinos to come back in here with us.
Yeah.
What was it, Fridays? I hope you're still on for that. It could be next week. I squeaked when I said
He
week.
did. He gets really excited. He squeaks. He does.
People that do terrible things like that should go to hell and be fucked by Satan with a sideways pineapple. Whoa. Whoa.
Ow.
All right, I got a nice story before we say goodbye.
Okay, good.
So, in Brazil,
Yeah.
there's a snake that's common in Brazil called the Bothrops jararaca snake.
What?
Bothrops.
Bothrops.
Bothrops. Bothrops? Both ropes. Both rops. Both rops.
Stop talking.
Okay. Jararaca. Jararaca.
I'm gonna go with the BJ snake.
That's a whole different. Sallie's she's sticking with one particular theme today. I kind of like it. Well, this snake is 6 foot long, perfect for your butthole. I'm trying to tell this nice
Tell
story.
the story.
So this snake is common in Brazil.
Okay.
It's venomous. And in Brazil, a 12-year-old boy went into a neighbor's backyard. The article I read didn't say why he went into this guy's backyard.
To get his baseball.
It must be something like that. Only to be,
Bitten.
well, almost.
Strangled.
Almost. He ended up very close to this snake. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say a boy? It was a girl. I'm sorry. A 12-year-old girl. The snake went at her.
Mm-hmm.
But guess who saved her?
Ellen Page.
What a bad attempt to go full circle with today's show. Andrew Fremder saved her.
Really?
No. The girl's dog.
Oh,
The
nice.
girl's dog who
did
never.
the dog die?
The dog who never leaves her side
Don't
was
tell
right
me-
there.
Don't tell me the dog died.
Jumped in, saved the girl. The dog was bit 4 times by the snake
Dead.
and lived.
Oh, good. Do you know Allie was bit by a snake?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's one of your dogs.
Yeah.
Is that how she lost her eye?
No.
No, she's one-eyed Allie. How did she lose her eye?
One-eye Allie.
How did she lose her eye?
Cindy doesn't know. Cindy ran a dog rescue, and she's also a vet tech. So when there was like really serious cases, they would give them to Cindy because Cindy can, patch and clean. So it was just brought to her, and a vet had to scoop out her eye and sew it up.
All right, so now we're full circle. Because, we've been talking about poking your one eye the whole show.
Really? That's what you're over there smiling about? You couldn't wait to get that.
I couldn't wait to say that.
That was the line.
The dog lived. It was hospitalized, but is expected to make a full recovery. So that's a nice.
Allie was really sick. Allie almost had like 4 days where she almost died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was like delirious. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with her, and then they're like she got bit by a snake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they know what kind of snake it was?
Nope.
She's the best dog you have, by the way.
I know. Well, Jessie's good.
No. Well, she is, but
Yeah.
Allie's better.
Yeah.
Allie's much better. All right. Comments, and we're out. I tried to be diplomatic earlier, says Plajanos, but yeah, it was Sallie, then Tony, then Eric bringing up the rear. I still.
So you notice how he owes me a quarter?
I do.
A quarter.
I owe you a quarter. Well, I'm buying you lunch today. So.
All right.
Speaking of guitars, says
I'm
Fremder.
getting ice cream then.
Nice. Speaking of guitars, says Fremder, my guitar has a female name. It looks great. Put a G string. What?
With a G string. It was good.
I didn't get that. Oh, G string.
On
On a
G-string
guitar.
on a guitar. And a G string.
Uh-huh. Annie Pajanos yells, Elliot! There you go, everybody. It's time for us to head on out of here. It's Thursday. We have Georgia tonight at 6:30. We have Limo Talk with Greg and the boys and Graz tonight at 9:45. We're back here tomorrow at 11 to have some more fun with you guys. And then, the big premiere tomorrow. Films on Tap with Tim Saliani and Carla and some other friends.
Yay.
That's tomorrow night. What time? 8? 7?
No.
9.
9 at 10:30.
Very cool. Looking forward to that. Everybody have a great day. Sallie and I will see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Don't forget Best of Long Island. See you guys tomorrow.